Okay guys, we are out enjoying this great morning. Going to do a ride, maybe 15 miles or something, but again, we're on the HiKnight H6 dual motor. Really nice bike. Like to hear your guys' thoughts on my reviews, my rides. I'm really new to this. Any tips, negative thoughts is okay too. Just don't be real harsh. I got thick skin, you know, and not everybody likes the same thing, so, but I'd like to hear your thoughts. Right now I am in third, pedal assist. This has 5 pedal assist. I'm in third and 6th gear, and I'm doing 18, well, downhill right now, so I'm doing 20, but I like pedal assist, 3rd gear, and 6th gear, and it'll change from wind resistance. I got this in single motor. It does have dual motor. There goes a squirrel. Hopefully everybody's getting a good view. Again, I put the riser extension on. Helps me sit up a little bit more. And again, you gotta make the bike to where it fits you. You're comfortable. Some people, your inseam, if your inseam short, I got a 32-inch inseam, so I like to post up a little bit, the seat post, so that makes me want to raise the handlebars. And it really does make for a comfortable ride. So but it's nice out here. Great morning. We're not going to get too many more of these. We're middle of September. I think today is the 15th. Forgive me. Not 100%. I lose track. We'll put it in dual. Actually, I'll ride a little bit more. We'll cross one more road where I know I got some good straightaway, and we'll put it in dual motor and see what you get it up to. Here's single motor. We'll go up single motor, and I'm pedaling. I'm really not pedaling that hard. No dose pedaling. I can keep up with it. Again, it's a single motor. Oh. I was starting to work it there. That was 31, I believe. I might have got to 32. I definitely saw 31. Again, that was single motor. This bike likes to cruise. Very comfortable, very sturdy, feels solid. You guys, I am not obligated. I paid for this bike. I bought it. I am not affiliated with any bike companies. Just like to give an honest review, and I like riding, so I want a nice bike. If I'm gonna ride, I want a nice bike. Again, here we are again in a single motor. What do we get? Single motor, 28. Come on, we can do it. Little hill climb right there. Wasn't very big. Wears me out. No ghost pedaling though. That's the nice thing about that 52 tooth crank ring. You eliminate ghost pedaling. I was doing 28 miles an hour and felt the pedal the whole way. All right, we're going to go into dual. Did you hear the motor kick in? And throttle. I wasn't even using throttle, guys. Now I'm pedaling. And I'm 230 pounds. 230 pounds doing 34. Coming up on a curve. I'm letting out. Anyways, kind of gives you an idea of what you can get into. I mean, man, when this front motor, it doesn't throw you back in your seat, but you feel it. It is definitely pulling you. I love this bike, guys. I got a few hills. I don't have a whole lot of long, steep hills, but I get some long hills, and this bike has no problem. I'm barely pedaling, guys, and I'm doing 34. I'm not using the throttle either. No throttle. That's just pedal assist. I'm telling you guys, I love the bike. All right, getting ready to come up on the crossroad. I'm going to drop her down. I'm going back to single. And the only reason I'm going back to single, that's my typical riding. I have dual motors. They serve a purpose. But I typically ride in third pedal assist, which gets me about 15, 17 miles an hour. Very comfortable ride. And I'm getting my workout, which is the whole reason I'm out here. I want to work out. So, trying to lose pounds. Told you I'm 230. Lucky for me, no cars. All right, we're back off. Didn't even have to stop. I love that. Okay, so pedal assist 3. I'm in gear 4, so pedaling like crazy. Going back up to 6, which is my comfortable cruising. And here we are at 17, and I'm filling the pedal. It doesn't hurt, guys. If it hurts, you go back down. And that's the reason I quit riding bikes, because, man, my knees were bad. I'm a retired floor installer, subcontractor. Did floors for years. My knees are shot, my back's shot. So I couldn't ride a regular bike anymore. I used to ride all the time. And then they came out with these e-bikes, and it took me forever to get one. My first e-bike was in June this year. Loved it. That was a single motor. I'll do a review on it for you because I like it. It was a nice bike too, especially for the money. So I like this road. There's hardly ever any traffic. I might see 1 or 2 cars. It's a dead end road. So kind of like it, and plus it has some good views. Fall setting in. You can start to see colors on the treetops. So, great time of year. Very comfortable, not humid. It's supposed to get 88, I think, today or something like that. So, without humidity, that's not too bad. I like it. Plus, when you're riding, you get a good breeze. Alright, if you're bored, I'll go up to 4. You feel it kick. Again, it doesn't throw you off your seat, but it kicks in. You can hear the motor rev up. And I'm barely pedaling, guys. That's what's nice about these Cadence. You just got to move the pedals, and the motor kicks in. You can pedal hard if you want to, but I'm just barely pedaling, that motor kicks in. It really makes for a comfortable ride, guys. I mean, if you want to wear yourself out, you know, drop it down into 3rd or 2nd, like I said, and 7th gear. You'll get a good workout. It's almost like riding a regular bike without a motor. Or if you want to just go out and get some fresh air, see the countryside, do the motor. Let the motor, use that throttle. That's what it's there for. So that's what makes these bikes so good. You definitely have options. You choose the workout on these bikes, which is, I think, is great. The 26-inch 4-wide tires, you can hear them. That's 90% of the noise you hear is those tires. They're not real knobby, but they have a nice knob. It's got a center knob, which I think really centers the bike up, and less friction because you're riding on that center knob. So gives you better range on your batteries. And that's another thing, guys, you got to keep in mind. If you're going to use throttle, you're not going to get the distance. Plus, again, I'm 230, so mainly flat. I do have some hills, but most of my ride, probably a good 80%, 85% of my ride is flat. So I get some good range. I can get about 35 miles out of a battery. This is a 52 20 amp battery, 52 volt 20 amp battery. So, and you see, I mean, right now, so if I'm going to ride here at 24, it'll probably be closer to the 30 miles in pedal assist 4. But again, I'm barely pedaling, so I'm letting most of the motor do the work. Every bike may be different. So this is for I'm giving you, in my reference, my body and the way I ride. So, you know, if you're the same weight, but you've got more of a hilly terrain, you're going to lose some of that. So it's really hard to talk about the bike and what it can do, because every rider is going to be different. And every terrain is going to be different. Now, what I'd like to see, and that might be worth something, but again, it's 2 different bikes. Same bike, but 2 different bikes, is get 2 230-pound people out here and see, or maybe a 240-pound, or maybe a 200-pound person, and see what the difference is. Then you get some comparison on the same road. So that might be something I do. I just got to find somebody who has the same bike. Also could compare this with another 52 volt 20 amp hour battery bike, dual motor. So it really isn't apples to apples, but it's a close apple to orange anyway. But it's a great morning. I took a ride last night. Oh, I think it was about 6:30 when I started. And sun was nice, sun was out, but boy, by the time, and the sun was still up when I got home, but it started setting. And man, did it get cool. When I started out riding, it was nice, very comfortable. My last 2-3 miles maybe getting home, it was a 19-mile ride, but my last 2 or 3 miles, man, that air just really dropped. Hoping you guys are liking this. This is my first video on a bike ride. I want to do more of this. I'd like to get a following, and heck, I'd like to share rides, share thoughts. So, and what's your style of bike? So this, you know, of course, this is far from a traditional bike, but the frame is more traditional style, and that's what I like. So I know there's a lot of the moped style or dirt bike style bikes coming out, and man, they're popular. A lot of people like them. Again, that's their own, so nothing wrong with those bikes. Nothing wrong with this bike, but everybody has their own preference, and I like a more traditional style bike. So beautiful weather, guys. Well, there's some few clouds up there, not a whole lot of clouds. And you know what? Shame on me. I just realized I left the house without my helmet. I wear ball caps. So without it, I feel naked, and now I just realized I didn't put on my helmet. That's not good. Oh well. I could turn around and go home. It's not like I can put it on right now. But I like riding this time of day. It's like 9:30 in the morning, so there's little traffic. Everybody, you know, rush hour's gone, and it's not lunch hour either, so buses are gone. Guys, I've gone, looks like 5.88 miles, and up there, I was just getting ready to say, I still got 5 bars. It just dropped, and it may pop back up. It may pop back up. Yep, there it is. It just popped back up. So again, it all depends on how you ride. Not that I was riding it hard, but I was, you know what, I'm going to turn around here. I don't like riding on the main roads, but back to pedaling. So yeah, it bounced back up. And sometimes, you guys, if you're out riding and you're doing a lot of hills, or you're riding at the speeds I'm at, you can heat up that controller. So take a water break. Get longer life out of your bike's motors and the controller, so don't need to burn them up. Again, I got mainly flat land, but if you got a lot of hills, you're really making those motors work. So take a water break. Stop and enjoy the scenery, right? And you guys on this video, please don't get on me. I've already admitted I didn't wear my helmet, so I don't need the shame on you. And what happened to the old saying, let those who ride decide, huh? Yeah, well, nope, I believe in wearing helmets. I was out last night. I'm looking at the lady up there walking her dog, which I think is great. Boy, I was out last night. Again, it was about 6:30, 7 o'clock, and I could not believe how many people were out walking their dogs, which is great. And this was in a new subdivision. There's only about a dozen houses, so this is all empty roads where I was at last night, which I'm going to head there. I don't know if I can make it part of this video. I'd like to, and maybe I'll pause and save the battery. Again, this is all new to me, first time, so I'm not sure how long my battery is going to last. But about the bike, it has a 1,000 watt rear motor, 1,000 watt front motor, and I mean, yeah, it's nice. And I told you I added my own seat. Now, the bike did have a pretty comfortable seat on it, but again, I like adding my own seat. And you may not need to add a seat. Everybody's going to be different there, but give that seat that comes with the bike, give it a chance. Because sometimes it's just a quick adjustment, a ½ inch forward, ½ inch backwards, ½ inch up, an inch up, raise that seat post an inch. A lot of that makes a big difference. And part of that is, like, I'll go back to the riser on the handlebars before. I don't like being scrunched over. I like that sitting up position, and again, it makes a big difference. It takes all that pressure off your arms and your wrist, your palms. But again, if you like that, go for it. That's your style. Biggest thing is getting out, make the bike comfortable, make the bike fit you. It's hard to get the manufacturer to make the bike fit you because everybody's different. So, a lot of people complain, oh, it's the worst seat in the world, worst pedals, worst, I want a wider handlebar. Well, they make them to the average person. And that's why they put those in the who the bike fits. You've got about 8 inches of variance in size of the person. So, but then inseam, they can't cover every inseam. So a 6 foot person may only have a 29-inch inseam and they're all torso, where I'm the opposite. I got a 32-inch inseam. I'm 6 foot. I got a car coming up behind me, so trying to give them all the room. There, I like it because they're driving slow. See, I love that. I mean, I've had cars hug me when they're going by, whether they mean to or not, but they're flying by. This guy slowed down here, but they go flying by and hugging, and to me, it's more of they're trying to make a statement. Share the road. We're all out here trying to have fun, and you know what? What's it take you to pass me? 2 seconds. I took 2 seconds out of your day. So let them bike riders have them, there's share the road. Let them have their space. They're not hurting nobody. They're just trying to make life fun for them. Okay, man, I'm getting lucky this morning. No cars again. I've been able to cross every intersection with no problem. No cars. That's why I do like riding this time of day. And you guys, I do most of these hills. I only put that earlier in dual motor just so you could see what it can do. And I'll do it on a hill, but what I like about this bike and the hills that I have to ride on, I really don't need that dual motor. So dual motor is great. Can't wait till I can get out on some other paths, trails. This bike here has adjustable fronts. There's no lockout on them, but you can adjust the softness of them. And it has a rear shock. The rear shock, it works. It's stiff. It's probably too strong, stiff of a shock for me, and I'm 230, and that's another reason why I put the suspension seat post on there. Then I don't even have to worry about that shock, whether it's working or not. It makes it comfortable. You can replace that rear shock. I've seen them as low as 15 bucks. I've seen them as high as 150 bucks. So depending on the quality you want to spend. And to be honest with you, a lot of those, between that $15 shock and $150 shock, there may not be a whole lot of difference for the extra 135 bucks that you spend. So maybe just go into the happy medium, you know, price. Maybe find one for about 50, 60 bucks or something. But I would say you could get a nice rear shock for probably about 35, 40 bucks and be happy with it, you know, if you're out riding. Now, if you're out trying to do motocross, well, there's difference in that quality. So you guys, I am going to probably pause this. I want to go home and get my helmet. I'm going to it's not too far off my path that I typically take, but yeah, I just feel better with the helmet. So I'm going to pause this. I'll make the turn up here, and I'll pause this going into my home stretch there, which isn't very far, and restart it after I get my helmet on. So hopefully you've liked everything and you lasted this far, that you enjoy what you're seeing. You're enjoying my conversation even. You know what? In the comments, tell me to shut up if you don't like it all. Be nice about saying shut up. You could use I talk too much. This bike really grips the road, turns. It just, I'm telling you, it's just a nice solid bike. All right, no cars again, my gosh. This is my morning for ride. There we go. Pedal assist 5, 7th gear, and I'm barely pedaling. Getting up to 25. All right, guys, I'm gonna pause this, and I'll see you in 5. Later. Getting ready to turn in the driveway.